Hello everybody and welcome back to yet another patch note overview. Today we're looking at the patch notes for 1.6.83, which is the Titan's birthday update. Um, I think I speak for everyone here whenever I say that this update is a little game breaking, but whenever we get to that point I'll explain it to you guys with my thoughts and opinion on the matter. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and jump in and let me start reading this stuff off to you guys. Let's see. The new features and changes we got here. We got styles, a Titan mask, and a burger head, which are they're really funny hairstyles if you guys haven't seen those yet. There's a new bike, a golden burger bike, which is really nice. The Burgonator PNE, which they were kind of I didn't really like them that much, but they were still cool nonetheless. I'm not really a fan of the burger themed weapons, to be honest. Let's see, and then there's a whole bunch of home items. You know, you get your burger bean bag, burger pile, floating burger, golden titan, bobblehead, just all the cosmetic stuff. And if I remember to, I'll jump in the game and look at them. But I'm not sure if they're on the shop or the house shop. I'm not sure how the new house items work. To be honest, I don't really do house items. But there's also two new achievements. We have Omega Endures, which is available for free for supporters of Omega after the old achievement went rare. So this is just a secondary Omega achievement for just being in the phase. And the Titan's Beard, which are one of the really big credit-eating achievements, but they're still good if you still have leftover credits in the Christmas events. Now, the main point of this was balance, and we're going to go ahead and go over the balance for right now. So the general balance, let's see, strength nerfed slightly, should see less primary damage. Clubs, wrists, blades, and staffs, this one's interesting, can now have as many stats as swords. Swords still maintain a damage advantage though. This basically makes it to where you can run any build with any weapon now with, the less primary damage, but who cares about that? Like, I love running my blades because it gives you the opportunity to use the skills that, if you have a sword and you're close to winning a fight and you have 100 energy and you only have a sword, you could go for the strike and then they probably not do enough damage, or you could take the risk and go for the cheap shot and then have a chance for it to crit, and then you're like, oh, okay, yeah, there we go. But that's just my opinion. I prefer the secondary weapons over the swords. Alrighty, this one's a nice change to the cores for Chairman's Fury. It buffed to 100% damage, energy cost removed, and raid steal buffed at 35%. That's a pretty big buff, not gonna lie, from going to a core that costs a little bit of energy to costing none, and buffing to 100% damage and stealing more raid. I'm not sure if that was more or less, or I think it was 25% rage at the old one, but I'm not sure. Robots, necrosis. This is a good one. I like this change, and I'll show you guys what I mean whenever I skipped at the clips, because it's pretty. They're gonna have to change it, but necrosis, increased amount of defense reduction, which is really nice, for the special, because I don't really see that bot too much. Spore bombardment, English, added 15% defense ignore. This bot you never see it, and it has a remove use limit, so you might see it in your 2v2s and maybe a 5 focus jug maybe, but I'm not 100% sure how that would work on jug. I just know that in 2v2 that wouldn't be really bad. 15% defense ignore, and you can use it as many times as you want. There you go. Lion's Heart Roar, another bot you don't see too much. 75% rage buff. I think he was 65% or 55%. I'm not sure, but regardless, still a nice solid buff. Bounty Hunter, Smokescreen, improved with every 5.2 tech. I think this is a nerf. I think it was a lower amount before, so that's good. And this is where the changes get kind of interesting, because it's this one kind of threw me off guard. But Massacre, reduced energy cost by 30. Damage percent goes from 40 to 130 with 10 per level. Scales 1% for every 6 technology. So now, usually it's a support strength build scaling with tech now. So I'm not sure how the most optimal build would go with that, because I'm not sure how you'd go for a Max Massacre build with that, or if you'd go 5 Focus Massacre. I'm not 100% sure on what people are playing around with. I just know what I was playing around with my favorite class, which was a tech mage, but we'll get to what I did whenever, which I'm pretty sure what everyone's doing. Why wouldn't you do it? Mercenary, Intimidate, +1 strength every 3 levels above 20. No longer weakens below level 20. Bunker Buster, reduced base energy cost by 10, increased defense reduction to 15. So kind of like a little revert of last time. It gets a little bit of energy cost reduction and gets more penetration or defense reduction pretty much. So that's a pretty solid buff. This one, it's not a really big buff, but it's still better than 70% because this skill is insane on Mercenary. I'm talking about insane skills, but but Blood Commander, less lifesteal on that. Now, this is the These for Tech and Blood Mage, the talk of the town right now. Malfunction improves for every 4 levels over 20, improves with every 5 support. Plasma Bolt improves for every 0.25 Tech, weakens for 0.8 levels below 20. And Plasma Bolt being buffed is good, but this is the crazy one, and it applies to Blood Mages too. Reduce the cost by 20, so it's only 560 now versus the 580. Improves for every 0.3 Tech, and improves for every 0.3 levels above 20 with a 35% defense reduction. Now, that's a lot of words on, decimals, but basically, it went from doing, like 600 max damage at max to doing, I'd say average of 780, 800 is the average now for a max. And that is insane because you can 4-round people. I kid you not. If you start first, you 4-round them. Like if they can't control your energy, you will 4-round them. And you'll see it in the clips that I have prepared for you guys. I'm doing this post commentary, like I'm commentating on the patch notes after I made the clips, which usually I don't do that. But just how I did it today is just how I did it, I guess. But I can tell you right now that this is disgusting. The only thing that counters it is if you go second against the same build or Pyrofly, or if the person just has every single energy stealing core in the game. But rarely this builds a positive win rate no matter how you look at it. Like it's so broken right now, and they really need to nerf it. Like I understand wanting to buff it, but this right here is too strong to be in the game right now. It is way too strong right now. And so I don't know how many people actually are like aware of how OP this is right now, but from what I've seen, every tech mage I've fought, they have the same exact build, and they're going to notice it that everyone's using the same exact build, and that it is pretty broken. So let's see, let's go into the Cyber Hunter changes. EMP grenade plus 10 energy drain per level, pretty good buff, pretty modest buff, pretty nice buff. Malfunction, actually it's different from the tech mages, that's pretty cool. I like that. Malfunction improves for every 1 tech for every 2 levels over 20, and improves with every 3.8 support. So this malfunction should be stronger than a tech mage malfunction. So yeah, I actually like that. That's nice. Static charge now does 100% damage, and it's unblockable. That is a much needed change, and I'm glad they finally did it. And then Massacre just got the same treatment. Let me see if it actually got the same exact treatment. Every 6 tech, every 4 tech, so it's a little bit better. So I like how they're doing it. They're taking the same abilities, but depending on the class, they're modifying it to kind of fit the class, I guess, a little bit better. I like that. That's really cool. All right, moving on to Tactical Mercenary. Frenzy, remove defense ignore. Pretty good because you can't block it. So I mean, it's a really strong ability. Atom Smasher, unblockable. That's another much needed change because it allows Tactical Mercenaries to be on par with every other class with the as far as energy controlling goes. And it looks like Blood Mage just got the same treatment for Intimidate that Mercenaries did. Plasma Cannon, Damage Adjusted, and Match Bunker Buster. Okay, yep. So basically, same thing they did with the Mercenary. They did the Blood Mage. And the Supercharge is still the same. Actually, it's a little bit stronger for a Tech Mage, but... Wait, no, is it? 0.3? No. 0.3, okay, yeah, no, it's the same exact thing. So, still really powerful. Blood Mages can run this too, and if you run into a Blood Mage that has your same build, and if you're running I learned with this build, it's really strong, but you can't run 18 support because some people are using this build right now. Like you'll fight a Blood Mage with the same build and you'll lose because they have to have 27 support for Parasite, and if you go second, you lose in this build. So I took liberty in my Tech Mage build to put 41 I think, or 40 support just so I make sure I go first. And it's been working out great. I have a really positive win rate, so. Which obviously it's not to attest to anything. It's really broken. They need to fix it. Okay, and the last section, Omega Baby and Dark Yeti price change. The Omega Yeti is now sold at an average for 1900 Varium, which is a steep discount versus buying it through upgrades. As of this update, the cost of the serums will be decreased, and the cost of the Omega Baby Dark Yeti will be increased. So there will be no price difference in acquiring the bots. Those who've acquired the Omega Baby / Dark Yeti by purchasing serum since May of 2008, around when the Omega Yetis were equipped to Night Wraith, will be compensated for the cost discrepancy. This only applies to serums purchased, not those acquired through missions. If you are impacted by this change, please allow a few hours for compensation. Okay, so what they're doing was they were adjusting the price because they brought the Yetis back from the Omega. Well, it's still Omega phase, but they discontinued the Yetis a while back, and they're bringing them back now. So that's pretty cool. And they add way too far down. They added more buyback shop weapons, and I'm so happy for this because I got my favorite armor and weapons in the game now. So, but the buyback shop additions: those who purchase the appropriate packages during the eligibility windows will see the appropriate items available for buyback. Stun guns, the original ones, Frostbane, Beast Rider, Frost Reaper, the heavy Mechachillid. I actually have no idea how to say that, but I'm gonna call it a Mechachillid. Super Mecha Cannon Laser, and Super Mecha Launcher and Disintegrator. Mecha Chilled armors also allow separate hairstyles. That's a really good change because you can put any head on it and it looks so cool. And color customize issues fixed for these armors right here. And that will just about wrap it up for this patch note overview on patch 1.6.83. Thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, stay tuned for more videos and content. My name has been Adoshia, and please enjoy the clips I have prepared for you guys. I'll see you guys in the next video.